It was his idea to move in with me. I was in love. Well, I was excited. I was happy. I thought it showed commitment. I was wrong. Where'd you get these?
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, I'm a man of good taste.
You do have good taste. Looking back at the relationship, it was simply controlling. It didn't seem like much at the time.
Tell me, what sort of things did it start with?
It started with little things. For example, we'd go out for dinner and he wouldn't tell me until after we've eaten that he'd forgotten his wallet again. He always had an excuse and he was always really sorry, but I was always the one that ended up paying.
Coffee time?
Sure.
Have you paid this yet?
No, they're the ones you're paying.
No, that's the one that you're paying.
You said you would pay them.
No, sweetheart, the other day in the lounge room you said you would pay that by the 12th.
No.
You said you would pay it by the 12th.
What?
Don't you remember that?
No, you said you would pay those.
You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to write down every conversation that we have, put it on a sticky note and put it on the fridge for you. Will that help you remember things like that?
He had this way of turning things back on me. It was hard to see at the time. I'd always been good with money, but I started to doubt myself.
Did you question him about what was happening?
If I questioned him, he would twist things around and he made me feel guilty. I'd walk away feeling like I was the crazy one. Well, we had 3 credit cards. 2 of them had really high limits and all 3 were in my name. That was a big mistake. He led me to believe that he was financially capable. A big regret was not taking more responsibility, but he made it very difficult. When I challenged him, I'd be accused of not trusting him.
At what point in the relationship did you become suspicious?
I found receipts, new clothes, expensive restaurants, nights out, none of which I ever knew about, and at the time I thought he was having an affair. But then I got the call. It was a debt collection agency. They told me that I had over $10,000 worth of unpaid bills. How did I end up in a situation like that? I shouldn't have agreed to have had joint accounts, but he was very convincing. He told me that having our own accounts meant that we weren't in a strong, committed relationship. What I know now, it's the exact opposite. Having my own account means I have a choice, and that's something he never wanted for me.
What do you think would have happened if you had have stayed together?
I know what would have happened if I had stayed with him. I'd already lost so much. I couldn't lose my identity as well.
You mentioned your family. Do you want to tell me a little bit about them?
Yeah, they've been incredibly supportive. It was really, really hard to open up to them. I felt embarrassed, but I'm so glad I did.
You said you were surprised to find out just how common this sort of abuse is.
I was, and I still am. When I thought of abuse, I thought of physical and emotional, but I never knew that it could be financial. Well, since then, I've had time to really rethink what it means to be in a relationship. I've learnt the importance of being informed and managing my finances and not being led into things that I'm not comfortable with, to trust that gut instinct. Not being afraid to get professional help. It's taken time, but I'm my own person again.